Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a back to school look. School is practically just around the corner, so I thought now would be a good time to film this look. So yeah. Also, this is going to be really natural. When I see, disclaimer, when I see back to school looks, I see eyeshadow, I see winged eyeliner, I see bright lipsticks. In Australia and New Zealand, schools are a lot more strict. You're technically not allowed to wear makeup. So when I see girls wearing eyeshadow and eyeliner and bright lips, it's just, that's unrealistic, especially if you live in Australia and New Zealand where we are not meant to wear makeup to school. So yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna get started with the video. I hope you guys enjoy. So to get started, I'm gonna prime my skin. I have got all my makeup in a little makeup bag like I would have for school, to keep in my school bag just in case if I needed to do any touch-ups, mainly with powder. I'm gonna start off with primer. I do this whether, I don't know why I just shaked it. I do this whether I'm wearing a lot of makeup or something as simple like this, because it is going to help the longevity of your makeup. And the primer I'm using is the Klara Cosmetics Zero Pores Primer. Starting in the middle of my face and then working out. You can use whatever primer you like. When I'm going for like minimal makeup, I like using primers like this because they help smooth out the skin and all that kind of stuff. Also, I'm keeping this quite drugstore related. They're all things that you can get easily. So yeah. For my concealer, I am going to be using the Designer Brands concealers. I've got the shade Pink, Beige and Natural. The reason why I'm using two shades is because Natural is kind of a bit dark for me. So mixing in a little bit of Pink Beige for under my eyes, it's going to brighten and it's going to help counteract the blue tones. So yeah. Just put a little bit on that. I look crazy, I know. And also we're using like minimal brushes. I'm literally using like one brush in this entire video because you want it to be quick, and using your fingers works out to be a lot quicker than grabbing sponges and brushes. And this concealer is quite thick, so you need to use like the warmth of your finger to kind of warm it up and make it go on the skin without looking cakey, because I find whenever I use a brush or a sponge with this concealer, it tends to look a bit cakey because I'm not using the warmth of my finger to blend it out. But it is a good concealer and it does have pretty good coverage. I'm only putting the concealer where it needs to be. So like under my eyes, if I've got any breakouts, I put it the breakouts, and around my nose where I've got redness. Also, you can hear the fan. I say this in practically every video of mine, but it is really hot. Like, and even when it's not hot, the humidity is insane. It just gets hot. Alright, so for my powder, I don't put any foundation on when I'm doing looks like this. To be honest, I wish I did this when I was in school, but I didn't. So yeah, for powder I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Transparent. I'm just using a translucent powder because I'm having a pretty good skin day, so I don't really want to use a foundation or a powder foundation because I find they can tend to look a little bit heavy, especially when you want to look natural. Which is kind of the whole point of this look, is to look natural. But like I said, with the concealer, if you've got any problem areas, you can use the concealer to cover them and not have to use like a full coverage foundation. Because it's really not necessary. And this is what my skin looks like at the moment. Just the concealer and the powder. It doesn't look heavy, but it looks a little bit better than you did before. I'm going to move on to blush. The blush I'm actually going to use isn't the one that I have currently in my makeup kit. I'm going to use this one. This is the Natio blush in Rouge Glow. The reason why I'm using this, I'm using the same powder brush that I used, is because on natural looks, like when I'm doing more natural looks, I tend to go with blush. And you guys know that I don't wear a lot of blush, so when I'm doing my more natural looks, I do apply blush because it just looks more natural, I find. And just whatever's left on my brush, I'm just kind of putting it in the highlighty spots. So I mix that blush in with another blush because that one is quite shimmery and it doesn't, like, it has pigment to it, but not a lot. The blush I mix it in with is this one from NYX. This is the NYX powder blush in Peach. It doesn't look peachy, but it's a really pretty blush. It's actually a really good blush. So, and very similar colour to the one that I just put on. It's just got a bit more colour to it. And then I literally brush off the product onto a makeup cloth. And then I go over with the powder just to make sure, very tiny amount of powder, just to make sure it's all blended in and it doesn't look harsh. It's kind of the last thing you want. You don't want it to look harsh. So that is practically all I do for my face. So it's just concealer, primer, powder, and blush. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm going to also show you guys what other concealer you can use, which I actually kind of prefer over the designer brand ones. This is the Essence All Stay All Day Concealer. This is a 16-hour long-lasting concealer, and I've got the shade Natural Beige, which isn't really beige to me, but it's a really good concealer. So I would also recommend using something like that, where if you have more dry skin and you want to use more cream products than powders, something like that, you wouldn't have to set, where the other concealer, I find I have to set it because otherwise it creases crazy on me. Also, I do have dry skin. I just get really sweaty and hot because of the humidity here in Australia. So I do set my face with powder. I'm going to move on to my eyes. Now that I've stopped rambling. For my eyeliner, I'm going to use the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. This is in the shade In the Nude. It is a nude eyeliner, obviously. The reason why I'm using a nude eyeliner compared to a white is because it's going to look more natural, because your inner waterline is actually not white, it's a skin tone colour. So this is just going to look a lot more natural on the eyes. And then putting a small amount. And that is all I'm putting on my eyes. So it's a tiny amount. It brightens up the inner waterline a little bit, but not too much where it's going to look weird. For my mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Legal Length mascara. This is a waterproof mascara. I like to wear waterproof mascaras because I find they last a lot better. I don't know if you can see my... No, you can't. They last a lot better. And yeah. That is one eye. You do not want it to look too dramatic. Which is why I literally put one coat on. It's gonna look a lot more natural. And that is all I do for my eyes. For my eyebrows, what I would recommend doing is either leaving them alone if you've got sparse eyebrows. If you've got sparse eyebrows, use something like this. This is an eyebrow pen. This one in particular actually tints like the skin of your eyebrows. So I did this last night, where I filled in where my sparse areas are, which is like the ends of my brows, and then on this brow it's like the front, because my hairs are very sparse on the front on my left brow. So I used this last night where it's tinted my brows, like the skin, and that with that you want to use like make lines so it looks like actual brow hairs. If you've got very unruly brows, then I would recommend to use something like this. This is the L'Oreal Brow Artist Pumper. This is really good. Or if you do not want to add any colour to your brows and you just want to set them in place, like I'm going to do today, then I would recommend something like this. This is the Australis Extender Lash and Brow. I do not use this for my lashes. I do not like clear mascara for my lashes. And if I do use this for my lashes, it's for my lower lashes, and that is it. But I use this more for my brows and my lashes. It's really good, and it's got a small brush. So I basically just brush my brow hairs into place. And then for my lower lashes, I just the reason why I don't put mascara on my lower lashes is because I think it looks quite heavy when you're not doing a full-on makeup routine. So I don't do it on a daily basis. Like, if I'm going for a look like this, I would not put mascara on my lower lashes. Or I would use a brown mascara where, again, it's going to look a lot more natural, which, if you've got blue eyes or green eyes, or hazel eyes, I would recommend using a brown mascara if you're going for a look like this, because it's going to look more natural. Where if you've got like darker eyes, a black mascara is going to look more natural because you've got lashes that are a lot darker. So yeah. Lastly, for lips, I'm going to be using the Covergirl lipstick smoothies. This is like a lip balm, like a tinted lip balm. So I don't know why it's called a lipstick, but I'm using the shade #LoveYou. So this is the shade here, and it looks quite dark, but because it's like a lip balm, it comes off a lot more sheerer than it is. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this look. I hope it gave you guys some ideas of what to do when you're going back to school. If you want to see some back to school hairstyles, then leave a comment down below on suggestions for hairstyles that you guys would like to see for a back to school hairstyle video. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.